Hey guys, Travis here, back at the hotel where everyone's staying on the third day of the Shanghai All-Star event. Everything's over. They've packed everything up, and everybody's back at the hotel. And I guess NA is licking their wounds after today. Special. It was kind of rough watching those Korean games. I mean, you did okay, but tell me about what happened.
Well, thanks, Travis, for just rubbing in those wins. Just pouring
Hey, I praise you guys when you win, and then I knock you when you're down. So it goes both ways, right?
when we're already down, you just like punch us even more. It doesn't really help. But yeah. What were we saying?
You're done. You're like, this interview was finished. The Korean games. What happened? Why'd you guys lose them?
Well, our Nexus went down.
Okay. I guess that's how that tends to work out.
Yeah, I mean that's usually what happens when our team loses.
Well, actually, one of the games, the Nexus didn't even go down. Somebody typed surrender and voted.
No, we typed surrender and then it blew up.
Well, does that really count? It didn't go down, right? It didn't lose its health.
Well, it didn't go up.
Yeah. Well, this is the worst interview ever. No, tell me about what happened in those games. Like besides the Nexus dying, why did the Nexus die?
So in our first game, we had a really poor level 1 start. We saw that we warded late and we positioned poorly. We didn't do our level 1 strat correctly, and we fell behind just from the level 1. They started a Man Life and Prey. They started on the Raves. They had a level 1 advantage. We had to go mid. We had a weaker lane. Like we just got shafted across the board. It was really rough. We had weaker picks, weaker lanes, weaker level 1, and we just lost.
There's a lot of discussion about Mad Life's Thresh, which just seemed to be phenomenal, and a lot of people debating whether or not it was a good idea to you guys maybe should have banned it instead of letting him have it. Do you think that that's a reasonable thing, or were there just too many other things he needed to ban?
Well, it's reasonable to say that we should have banned it, but at the same time, these guys, the Korean team, they have so much stuff to ban. It's not like Mad Life is only like carries on a team. They have Insect on Lee Sin. Luckily, Zed was banned, so we didn't have to ban that. And like Ambition, really good TF, Kha'Zix, Jace, like Koreans, they have so many strong champions. It's hard to say which we should have banned. I mean, in retrospect, obviously, because we lost, we should have banned. We should have done something differently. Right. But I don't think the bans were necessarily the reason why we lost.
Now, afterwards, we saw the Koreans dominate the Chinese. Did that make you guys feel a little bit better, where you're like, okay, well, it was rough, but at least it seems like Koreans are just kind of crazy right now?
I mean, yeah, that's how we felt. But at the same time, we knew that, I mean, going to Worlds, like, or as we prepare for Worlds, we're going to play against all these teams. And Koreans are just so much better than both us and the Chinese teams and the Europeans. So it's kind of disheartening to see that, but at the same time, it means we have a lot more work to do and we have a goal.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, Scar went on record saying that he was really excited to play in the All-Stars just because you would learn so much. Do you feel like you personally and maybe the other North American guys learned a lot even from the losses?
Yeah, I learned a lot just from, I even said on my Twitter, I learned a lot from not just this week, but from the previous week, just by how we prepared for the All-Stars. And hopefully I can bring some of this back into North America, and hopefully this makes TSM a strong team. It really should.
Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about, because I interviewed Doublelift yesterday. So many people talking about you guys as a bot lane duo. Doublelift had high praise for you. I know you're known. The joke on Reddit is that you're the passive aggressive guy to your AD carry. So do you want to be like, oh yeah, that was nice, Peter, or anything like that? Or did you enjoy playing with Double?
It's been a really nice experience. Before Wild Turtle, I really haven't played with many other ADs, and really played with 3 ADs in the span of 2 or 3 months. So it's been nice seeing different playstyles, and it'll help me understand the AD carry, just the potential a bit more. Doublelift obviously is a really strong AD carry, but I mean, as we saw in the first game against Korea, he has his failing. So he's not perfect. And I mean, that's no surprise, but at the same time, Wild Turtle, again, he has some work to do, some shoes to fill, so yeah, I'll give him a little edging. So hopefully TSM gets to become a stronger team just because we played in this All-Stars.
The 2v2, we can talk a little bit about that this morning too. Was that just a picks thing, or did you misplay? What happened there?
I suck. I should just backed off. I don't know. Sometimes you just play poorly, but Yeah, we won that trade. I should have just backed off. We would have won the game if I just backed off. So that was pretty much completely my fault. But yeah, I just went too aggressive.
You want to say anything just to sort of sum up your thoughts on the whole All-Star event, including even just the experience of coming to China and all the fans, just holistically, like what was it like for you?
It's the whole thing has really been. Trying to like think of one word.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's a pretty big experience. You you can give me more than one, maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3
Yeah.
words. Okay. It's okay. First off, it's been fun. It's been eye-opening, and it's really been an incredible experience. I haven't been to China in a long time, and it's the first time I've been to China for an event. The crowd, they're pretty good, and I guess this is more than 2 or 3 words, but
No, I'll allow it.
okay. Are you sure? I don't want to offend you.
No. I mean, I'm flexible. I can roll with this. Snoopy trolled me earlier by just talking about his camera for like half the interview, so I can roll with the punches.
The camera. I mean,
We're not. You're not gonna turn this into a camera thing. I see what you're trying to do. No. All right. So it's been eye-opening. It's been fun. It's been incredible. Like, what anything else you want to add to the pool of adjectives?
no. I think I'm thinking good. 2 or 3 words.
Anything you want to say at the end of the interview to any of your fans or anyone out there?
Yeah, thanks guys for voting for me for All Stars. I played alright. I mean, there's a lot of praise for me, but I feel like a lot of that was just I don't know. Devil played really well, and like bot lane, you get a percentage of each other's like successes. I managed to play really well in lane, and he managed to carry in late game. So obviously, we both did it really well. But there's a lot I can improve, and hopefully, maybe next year, next All Stars, it'll be the same scenario, and hopefully, I get voted on again, and I do even better. So, thanks to the fans. Thanks GameSpot, Travis, Camera Dude. You guys are kind of cool, and
Kinda.
fine, not cool.
You have anything you want to add before I just end this interview right now?
Oh yeah, of course, to my sponsors. Thanks, Travis, for holding there. But yeah, big thanks to our sponsors: Qualcomm Snapdragon, Asus, Astro, Corsair, Gunners, King Sniper X, Origin PC. That's it.
Thank you very much for the interview. Really appreciate it. For everyone, this is Travis at the end of day 3 of the Shanghai All-Star event. You can check out the rest of our coverage of the whole event at gamespot.com/esports.